Hey there, Vinny from Project Frugal. Have you ever seen a web ticker with stock prices, foreign exchange amounts, that sort of thing? Really simple to make. There's free resources out on the internet. I'm going to show you how to make one, so let's get started. So let's get started. We're here on TradingView, and I'm going to leave the link down in the description below so you can get to this exact page. And they've got a bunch of financial widgets and market widgets and all that sort of good stuff. And you can see some of them here. So here's their advanced real-time chart widget. Now, wouldn't you like to have that on your website or potentially be able to view it relatively easily? Well, I'm going to show you how in this video. So you could have that. You could, well, these are interactive as well, so you can add some symbols in. I'm not going to do that because I don't actually want this one here. But if you wanted this one, no problem to add it. And it could be just this company here. I'm not sure if you can have multiple companies. I don't know. Let's go for maybe O, Realty Income Corp. And oh, look at that. We've got two different stocks listed. So you can customize this exactly how you want it. You could hypothetically just go to this page here and utilize it here. We're not going to be using this one though, but it is here if you need it. So I've also got a whole bunch of other ones. Technical analysis widget. Look at that. It's got a time period here, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes when it updates, and it says whether you, based on the analyst recommendations, of course, whether you should buy, hold, sell a particular stock. So if we were to change this, let's go to 1 month, say. This is AAPL, which must be Apple, I'd say. So at that point in time, 3 analysts said sell, 14 analysts said buy, and 9 said neutral. So the general consensus amongst the analysts is to buy this stock. Whether they're right or not, well, that's another story. But anyway, you've got that one there. What else can you do here? You can click on more. Well, you can change the time span. So anything could happen in the market. Now, no doubt these will be delayed because they're not going to give out current market conditions. You really have to pay through the nose for that. So it's probably got a 20-minute delay on these particular things. Let's click on Get Widget and see what we've got if we go in there. So it's customizable for this particular one here. You can make the theme light or dark. Let's just change that to dark, apply, show you what it looks like. It takes a wee bit to load. There we go, we've got the dark theme there. We can change the interval, 15 minutes say, apply. We can have the background transparent. We can change the size. All sorts of bells and whistles. We can even change the language. So let's change it to, it looks like Vietnamese. And I can't read a word of this, or can I? No, I can't. So I've got no idea what that says. We'll change it back to English, which will be up the top somewhere. And that'll do us. So there we go. So now in terms of the code, it's all listed down here on the page. You just basically grab this whole thing here. There's not much code to it. All of this is hosted on TradingView's platform. They've got some JavaScript that they'll be utilizing for this, and I'm going to show you how simple this is to use. But this is not the one that I want. We're going to go back and we're going to scroll down. And look, I've got this market overview widget. So there's all sorts of things you can get. Like I said, you can get indexes, you can get futures, bonds, foreign exchange, individual stocks, all sorts of different facts and figures, stock market widget, economic calendar widget. The one I really like is the ticker widget and the ticker tape widget. Now, doesn't that look cool? Scrolling across to the left, you can customize this, but we're going to just have a look at this ticker widget. No, in fact, we'll have a look at this ticker tape widget. The code for the ticker widget versus the ticker tape widget is virtually identical. There is a slight change, and you could have an individual single ticker widget for just one item, whether that be foreign exchange or a company if you like. So we're going to get this widget here. We're going to go into the page. These are the ones that are listed down here. If we wanted to change some of these, say we didn't want to show the value of Ethereum, we could just basically remove that one. We could maybe get rid of that one, and all we wanted to look at was S&P 500 and Bitcoin. Let's click on Apply, and voila, there's your instant preview. S&P 500 and Bitcoin, only two things. Scrolling across there, they've already customized the code for us, so all we got to do is copy and paste that into a web page. I'm going to show you how easy that is shortly. We can, once again, we can change the theme. Well, they've only got two options here, light or dark, so not many options there, but good enough. I mean, that's quite easy to read. Obviously the language as well. Display mode adaptive. Okay, well, didn't see this. Let's go compact, see what that looks like. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty amazing, really. Transparent background, what does that look like? Let's apply that, have a look. Okay, well, you can see it's got the transparent alpha thingamajig in the background there, so that might look quite cool depending on what your web page is like. So that could be really useful just for sort of blending in into your web page. So if you wanted to add one, well, I've got a button there for that, or a link there, add symbol. So let's go and pick something from New Zealand, for example. New Zealand, you can obviously change this. You've got a range of options here. We'll go back and find New Zealand if we can. Here we go. Let's click on that one. That is Air New Zealand. We'll call it Air New Zealand in here. In fact, if we called it Air Zebra, just as an example, we'll click on add. We'll click on apply, and look at that, it's now called Air Zebra, but there's actually no data on there, so that one's going to be a bit useless. Let's get rid of that one. We'll go and grab another one. Let's see what else we can grab here. Maybe Kathmandu. Let's see if that works, and we'll just call it K in this instance. We'll click on add, apply that, and there's nothing there. Oh, well, that's just brilliant, isn't it? Okay, so it was working for me the other day, well, yesterday, in fact. Maybe it needs to do something. I'm not 100% sure on what it may need to do. So in this case, we'll just pick an American stock, I think. So we'll just go all, we'll just go O, because that's pretty much one of the only sort of ones that I know, and we'll call it reality, close enough. Realty, that'll do. Apply. Right, so we've got it listed there, so click apply again. Okay, S&P 500, Bitcoin, S&P 500. Why has that not come up? Okay, we didn't click on add, that's why. Apply again. Voila, there it is. So we got 3 stocks there. Now this code down here will have changed as well. You can see here, it's actually listed them here. It's got some attributes and some values. So let's just grab this code here. We'll copy that. Okay, so now we've gone into our temp folder, and to our C temp folder, we're going to right click on here. We're going to go new. We're going to go text document. We're going to call this ticker. Now I've got file extensions on, so we're going to change that to HTML. If that doesn't come up, we're going to get a prompt. We're going to go yes. If that doesn't come up, just click on view. Make sure file name extensions is ticked, because ideally we want to actually see the file extension. There's nothing in there at the moment. We will go and edit this, and we'll go open with Notepad. We're not going to make anything too dramatic here, and we'll right click, and in fact we'll Control V, which will paste everything that we had in the clipboard into there. Some simple code, not many lines there. How many lines we got? 33 lines. Nothing much. And then we'll just basically, we'll click on file and we'll save it. We'll close that window. We'll double click on it and look at this. Voila. Okay, it took a wee while to load, but there we go. So we've now got our ticker. We virtually had to do virtually nothing with it. You could use this. You could have multiple tickers on the same single web page. Now this is not a website as such. It's just a single web page. You could have this sitting on your desktop, run it on demand. You don't have to host it. You don't have to have a website, nothing like that. Simple as you can get all these stats, figures, all the numbers at your disposal just by doing some very simple programming. Customize it the way you want it, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Well, there you have it. Really simple to do, easy to make. Anyone can do it, even a 2-year-old, maybe not a 2-year-old, but probably a 5-year-old. No worries. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.